Hey guys, it's Mrs. Fornadell. I want to show you a couple things to work on your spreads, and this is something you can do outside of class as well as in class. But it has to do with your photos and just cropping them, moving them around a little bit inside the image box, and then also how to tag the people in the photo. It's very important that you tag all your photos. So the little purple border around your picture and the little tag in the upper left means that picture hasn't been tagged yet. You haven't identified the people. So let's start with a little adjustment of photos. I'm going to zoom in up here so I can see a little better my pictures and what the page is going to look like when it prints. So let's look at this picture. For example, this boy's feet are cut off, which is a no-no. So if I click on that picture and activate it, I did a double click. And now I've got some options. If I have a move icon, I can pick this and drag it up and down. And if I move it up, do you see how now I don't lose his sneakers? So I think that's a better crop. For this one, Mr. Wagner's head is cut off. So again, if I double click on the picture, that's a double click, then I can drag him down a little bit and I'm not losing the top of his head. So little things like that. This one, it would be nice if we zoomed in a little bit because look at all this extra negative space that doesn't have people in it. So again, double click. And now I want to make the picture bigger. I want to zoom in. So if I grab the corner and pull, now I'm stretching that picture to fill that block a little better. And I don't have all that extra negative space. So you'll be able to see the people a lot better. So I just hit enter, or I guess click off of it. And that's a much better crop. This picture is problematic. So, I mean, I love the picture. It's just not fitting in that space. So I put a comment, please try to move this photo into an image block that won't cut off Mrs. Hallman's face. So I honestly think I would move the one of Milkowski over, maybe to here, and move the one of the 4 leaders over to here. Now, another problem is you have the 4 link crew leaders here and again here. I think that's a bad choice. I think we need more different students' faces. So I would choose one of these to use and put somebody else in there. One other thing about photos, this one's cropped nicely. I like this one the way it is. These little boxes down here are so tiny. This would be a great place if you can zoom in again to make the people bigger and get rid of some of the background. It's such a tiny picture. I would go ahead and do that to all of these, you know, just double click, drag the corner and try to, oops, I think I have a whole picture block there. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me undo that. So it goes back to where it was. Okay, now let me double click, activate the picture, pull the corner so I can zoom in a little bit, and then I can move it up so I don't lose that person's feet. Okay, so you see how now the people are getting bigger and the background is disappearing. Okay, now let's talk about tagging. So let's say I want to tag a picture and identify people. So when I double click on, or right click on, I think, okay, it's a right click. You get a bunch of options here, and at the very bottom it says tag names. So if I click on that, it opens up my picture in another box, and it knows this is a person, and it put a little red square around her face. So she's over here, and if I know who that lovely freshman is, I would start typing her name in here. Now, I don't know who that is. I hope somebody does, but I do know that this is the lovely Grace Hare. Now, it didn't put a box around her face because we have masks on, and the program is struggling a little bit with masks. So we're gonna just click on her face and it'll put a box there. And now Grace has a spot over here. Again, I'm gonna start typing in Grace. And now, oh, there she is, Grace Hare. Click on it and she's in. So when I click done, now notice what happened. She's tagged, but this girl isn't. So my purple border maybe hasn't gone away yet because I haven't tagged this girl. I want you to tag everybody in a photo when you open it. So if you don't know who it is, do some research, try and find out. Tag both people, and then as you hit done, the purple border should disappear and we know that picture is finished, okay? You have to tag every picture and every person to the best of your ability, because the book aggregates all that information and produces our index. And it also gives us a list of how many times people have been shown in the book. So remember, our goal is each person is in the book 3 times. So please have fun editing your pictures a little bit, cropping, zooming in, making sure you're not cutting off people's heads or feet. So use those techniques, and then please start tagging your photos. You guys are awesome. I showed our Jostens rep the pages you've done, and he was really impressed by the pictures you're choosing, the way that you're placing them. So keep up the good work, guys, and don't forget cropping, moving pictures, and tagging people. Thanks, guys.